Well, the alcohol industry, let's talk about liquor now, shall we? Calling for increased efforts in the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. It says this will allow businesses to return to normal. The sector also wants government to explain its decision to ban alcohol sales over weekends. Remembering now it's Monday to Thursday, so you can't buy off-site alcohol between Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and the new Level 3 lockdowns. Let's speak to Kurt Moore now from the South African Liquor Brands Association, joining us to unpack this. And Kurt, did your heart sink last night when you heard the announcement from the President?
Gareth, good morning and thank you for having me. Yeah, look, I think we always, as an industry, very nervous every time there's a family meeting. There are a lot of jobs at risk each time we have restrictions or bans. But yeah, I listened to your statement in the background. In fact, today being a public holiday means there will be no sale at your local bottle store.
So why do you think government has done this? I've spoken to a number of experts in the field from a commercial perspective to a health perspective. Why do you think government has gone back to the Monday to Thursday route of this? If alcohol is such a big issue, why do you think they've gone for this limited purchasing of alcohol?
Well, we'd certainly like to understand the rationale behind it, and we've called again in our latest statement for governments to explain this rationale. I sat last night and had a discussion with somebody from the Medical Advisory Council who says people should be encouraged to buy the alcohol and go consume responsibly at home and not gather. And if you take that rationale, then you should be allowing sales over weekends at the off-trade so that people can purchase. So we certainly are requesting some explanation. We've sat with government on numerous occasions and raised this question. We are beefing up our efforts, working with the Taverners Association as well as restaurants, bars and the on-trade to try and support those businesses, to try and ensure that there's compliance with the regulations and that people consume alcohol responsibly in those establishments. So, yeah, I think that's the confusing part, and we'd certainly like some more clarity from government.
Do you think that the alcohol industry is being punished because government has taken so long to get the vaccine rollout? Government simply unable to cope with the numbers that they need to vaccinate. As a result of that, they're going after the soft targets like you to try and get South Africa to behave. Do you think that you are collateral damage in their lack of planning for the vaccine rollout?
Look, we certainly are disappointed at the rate at which government is rolling out this vaccine program. And the economy and our industry is having to face the brunt as a result of the inefficient rollout of the vaccine program. I don't want to say we are specifically being targeted, but certainly the impact is being felt by this industry, and also the reduction of the curfew. Pardon me. The curfew also has an impact on the restaurants. They'll now have to trade until 9 p.m. And that does have an impact on their ability to recover post the pandemic. And so, yes, I think our only way out of this is the vaccine rollout, and we're certainly calling for a greater efficiency in that program. Yeah. We're willing to support government in this massive logistical effort if required.
Let's talk from the business perspective of alcohol now. We know last year that SAB and AB InBev, there's an awful amount of money ploughed into South Africa to produce those products for AB InBev and SAB. That money just starting to, could come back in now because of Level 1 lockdown. How worried are you if this Level 3, this alcohol available Monday to Thursday, continues? Could we see some more investment vanishing from the country?
Look, Gareth, those decisions around investment is purely based around the issues of confidence in our industry and also having some certainty. And that's the problem. It's very difficult to plan when you don't know what's going to happen. We've been calling from the beginning for government to be more transparent about these decisions. When are we going to tighten the economy? And also, when are we going to open up the economy? So if you knew that this will last, level 3 will be reviewed in 2 weeks' time when we get to point A in terms of infection rates or point B in infection rates and have some measure of certainty, then you could plan. In the middle of the pandemic last year, the glass sector said, look, it's absolutely difficult for us. If we shut down our furnaces, it'll take us 6 months to restart. And so please let us know, when are we likely to trade again? And that uncertainty results in businesses withholding investment in our economy.
Well, I appreciate your time in speaking to us. When you speak to government about alcohol, if you could ask them where the vaccines are for us, that'll be great, and then send them our way so we can ask them as well. I appreciate your time in speaking to us this morning. That was Kurt Moore from the South African Liquor Brands Association, asking government to explain the rationale about only being able to buy alcohol Monday to Thursday.